All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to the last installment of Demi Glace. This is going to be the easiest one of the three, but let's do a quick recap. Part one, we spent over 15 hours making a beef stock. In part two, we took that beef stock and turned it into a mother sauce, the sauce espagnole. And now we're going to take equal parts of the sauce espagnole and the beef stock, and we're going to combine them and reduce them down to half. So here I'm reserving a bunch of the Espanol sauce because in future episodes we're going to take that and turn them into classic French compound sauces, and stay tuned for that. All right, in the restaurant business, you're not going to sit there and get exact measurements. You're under a time crunch. You're trying to get ready to serve people, so you need to get things done and moving along. So you look for equal portions as best you can in volume. And that's what I did, showing you. I marked the spoons where I needed to go. And it's not going to affect if you, either way, if you put too much stock or too little stock. What's going to happen when you cook it? It's just going to alter your time for the proper consistency. So here you see the sauce came up to a boil, brought it down to a simmer, and what I'm doing here is skimming out the impurities. To be able to get a glace for the demi glace, and I'll explain that in a minute, you need to get the impurities out, because if you do not get the impurities out, the end result in your finished product, the sauce will not have a nice shine or sheen or gloss or glaze. They're all synonymous. And what demi glace is, it means demi is obviously half, and a glace is here. As you can see it going through, you can see that shine in the sauce. Here I'm comparing it to the espagnole on the left, the demi glace on the right. The glace means to coat and to have it basically shine, and that's the end product of what you want to finish with for a demi glace, and that's the quality that you look for in a restaurant. And just to make sure I covered it, demi, the half, is meaning reducing the product of the espagnole and the stock by half in volume. Wasn't sure if I covered that a few seconds ago. All right, coming up here, I'm showing you the setup. The oval pan will be the store-bought demi glace. The round pan will be my demi glace that we had just made. We're doing a blind taste test with my two sons. I'm making dinner right now. So what I'm doing here is trying to follow the instructions for the amount of water to the demi glace pack. I used hot water to try and dissolve it. But as you can see, well, you won't be able to tell because I'm doing this 4 times the normal speed, but it took me almost 6 minutes to mix this demi glace, and I could not get it to incorporate with the water. You can still see dark parts inside of this, and part of the instructions said to simmer it out for about 6 to 8 minutes before it's done. So I'm going to finish breaking apart the rest of those pieces in the pan once I cook it. So I'm going to make a pan-seared prime rib. My two sons wanted it medium, and I, of course, want my steak rare. What I'm going to be doing in this blind taste test to show you, I'm actually going to cook everything the same. So I'm going to sear the steak in both pans, and then I'm going to remove the steak. I'm going to deglaze it with the same amount of Merlot wine, and then I'm going to add the store-bought demi glace to the oval pan and my demi glace to the round pan. I'm going to call the boys down after I get that incorporated and mixed up, and have them do a taste comparison side by side. I am by nature a truly competitive type of person. I want to go to the best of my ability, and I always want to try and win, or at least hopefully think I can come out on top. So being this blind taste test, I'm putting myself out there, but I'm pretty confident in what I can do. And I just was trying to show you guys that I'm treating both pans the same. That's the whole process through this. So I need to cover something for you aficionados and people in the know. So once I deglaze this pan with the Merlot wine, it is no longer the traditional demi glace. When I add the demi to the Merlot wine reduction, it now becomes a compound sauce. So technically, we're adjusting our traditional demi glace, but for the sake and purpose of everything that's happening in the pan, it's all the same. It's an equal and fair test. So in goes the store-bought demi glace, and you'll see me trying to mix everything up. And here comes my demi glace, which you'll see takes very little to incorporate into the Merlot. You can see the black specks on that store-bought demi glace still in the sauce, and you can see how much I had to work it to be able to break it apart. I even kept the spoons separate, so there's no cheating involved. All right, I'm going to stop talking because the taste test is coming up. Wonder how I did. Oh, I know. Everybody gets 2 spoons. Now you taste 1 spoon for the round pan, 1 spoon for the oval pan. Tell me which one is your favorite demi glace.
He contaminated his other
You
spoon.
can slide in. Slide in on that side. Other than the store-bought demi and my homemade demi, everything else is made the same in the pan. Say it. You can say it.
I like that one.
You like the round one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1 for the round.
I agree, round one.
Yay, I win! And there you have it, folks. Homemade beats store-bought. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. That was my quick blind taste test. Now we're just setting up for dinner. This is actually my dinner plate I'm setting up. So I just want to say thank you, everybody who tuned in. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and going through these episodes with me. I will see you on the next one. I'm going to go eat dinner.